Hello everyone and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Woeful details about Hope Logan's gestation. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that if there's anyone who had a veritably woeful gestation experience, it was Hope Logan. But when she was pregnant with her and Liam Spencer's first child, the unconceivable happened to her. It was so traumatic that she's still having a hard time getting over it to this day. That's what you need to know. Woeful details about Hope Logan's gestation. Back in 2018, Hope made it veritably clear to her hubby Liam, soon after their marriage, that she wanted to become a mama. Life was exactly the way that it was supposed to be, with both Hope and Liam in love and wanting to start a family together. Effects were clearly more different this time around compared to when she was pregnant with Wyatt Spencer's baby. Quinn Forrester's erratic guest had caused Hope so important stress and pain that she misfired her child. She was determined not to allow the same thing to be again, especially since she was given another shot at fatherhood. And while Hope managed to carry her baby to full term, it was what happened next that devastated her. She was told by her croaker, Dr. Reese Buckingham, that her baby was stillborn. Hope fell into a deep depression over losing her child. She couldn't believe that this would be to her doubly in her continuance. What's next for Hope Logan? Still, little did Hope know at the time that the unethical Reese Buckingham took her baby and vended it to Steffy Forrester to help pay his gambling debts. Little did Steffy know at the time that she became a mama through an illegal relinquishment. Ultimately, the verity did come out thanks to little Douglas Forrester, but the pain of what happened is still there. Hope alternate suppositions everything and doesn't trust anyone, which shouldn't surprise anyone at all. Now, whether or not she'll fall pregnant again in the future remains to be seen. Watch this space, as we've a feeling there's so much further to come. The bold and the beautiful suckers will have to tune in every day to find out what will be next. In the meantime, let us know what you suppose by leaving us a line with your studies in our commentary section below. The bold and the beautiful charade weekdays on the CBS network. Check your original rosters for times. Bill returns home and attempts to counsel Liam. In the administrative office at Forrester Creations, RG was visibly angry upon learning that Steffy had over and left for Europe. Ridge and Brooke were inversely worried that Sheila had set up a way to disrupt everyone's lives. Ridge suggested that he inform Eric about what was going on with Steffy. Ridge fooled that Eric had been really lucid of late, and he wondered if anyone differently had noticed. Mentioned that he'd spoken with Eric and was upset about him. Ridge bothered that Commodity was wrong with Eric. RG backfilled a bit and brought up the new line that Eric wanted to produce. Ridge cut off his son and said that Eric's idea to launch a new line in the middle of the season was a terrible idea. Did not like that Ridge was being dismissive to someone as vital and able as Eric. Brooke stepped between the two men and suggested that Eric merited to relax and enjoy life and the fruits of his numerous times of labor. Latterly, Brooke told Ridge that Jay's concern for Steffy and Eric proved that they had done a good job as parents. Ridge bothered that there was further to what Jay had said than met the eye. Ridge praised Brooke's tang for life and wished that Eric could be more like her. As Brooke got back to work, Ridge gobbled off and imagined Eric sitting at his office. At the Forrester manse, Eric plotted to sketch a design. RG showed up and was pleased to see Eric working. Eric groused that he had not been suitable to do much and that he'd forgotten the word to the tablet that RJ had given him. RG beamed astronomically and presented Eric with a tablet of his own. RG pledged to be with Eric every step of the way and help him launch his new line. Eric said his incapability to use his hand had enough important ended any chance of his line coming to consummation. You can still walk. You can still talk. You can still play the piano. God knows you can knock back the Martinez, RG replied. RG called the new line Eric's Everest, a reference to the world's altitudinous mountain. Unlike others, RG said, Eric had formerly gauged the proverbial Everest. Let's take those ideas and bring them to life, together. RG said encouragingly. Eric thanked his grandson with a grasp. Lee paid Finn a visit at the sand house to console him over Steffy and the kiddies leaving. She lumbered her misprision for the way that Sheila had obtruded in Finn's marriage. Finn explained that Steffy had been ready to return home until Sheila had shown up suddenly. Finn broke for a moment before noting that Liam was also a trouble to Finn's marriage. Lai wondered if Liam saw Finn and Steffi's connubial straits as an occasion for himself. Rather than addressing what Liam might be allowing, Finn forcefully stated, "Steffi and I've a family. We erected a life. She's my woman." Lai raised her support for Finn and Steffi's union. "Does he have no honor?" Lee snapped. Lee promised that she'd not allow Liam to break up Finn's marriage and family. At Spencer Publications, Liam ate Bill back from his trip. Bill apologized for being down while Liam's marriage had putatively been falling piecemeal. Bill wondered if there was any chance that Liam could forgive Hope. Liam admitted that he'd always loved Hope, but he couldn't get past the fact that Hope had kissed Thomas. Wyatt, who had been substantially quiet, fitted that Thomas was not the only factor. There was also another woman that Liam loved. Bill claimed to understand Liam's passions for Steffi and vaguely insinuated that he'd been, or was still in, an analogous situation. Bill expressed his frustration that his charge to put Sheila in jail had been ruled unconstitutional by a judge. Liam claimed that he'd no way set out to break up Finn and Steffi. Wyatt reassuringly said that Liam had nothing to feel bad about. Still, Liam did not deny that he would be okay with Finn and Steffi's marriage ending. "I'd be a fool not to jump at another chance with her if it came up, because I do love Steffi," Liam said vocally. RG continues to help. Brooke is caught in middle. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, September 11 indicate that RG Forrester is now more convinced that Eric Forrester isn't getting the respect he deserves. Eric refuses to talk to Ridge Forrester after another clash. Eric sends a communication through Brooke Logan. Will Eric get his point across this time? RG Forrester defends his forefather. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that RG will continue to defend his forefather after spending time at Forrester Creations and seeing how everyone wants to dismiss Eric's desire to produce a new line. Ridge claims it's the wrong time to debut anything new in the fashion assiduity. Still, Eric wants his heritage line now before it's too late. RG has pledged to help Eric and has indeed worked out a way for them to work on the designs. Since RG isn't a developer, he suggested they use a computer program to combine their designs. RG is determined to see that his forefather is admired and will do whatever it takes to make that be. Indeed, if it causes an each-out war. Eric Forrester refuses to talk to Ridge Forrester. Eric is fed up with the discourteousness he's getting from his son, Ridge. After all, Eric started this company, and if he wants a heritage line, someone should be helping him with it. Eric tutored Ridge everything he knows about the fashion assiduity, and now Ridge believes he's washed up and useless. Eric refuses to be discarded like last night's regale. Since Ridge refuses to help him, Eric simply has nothing to say to him. After all, Ridge wants Eric to retire and live a life of luxury, and he doesn't want that. Eric wants to prove that he's still a feasible member of the family and the fashion assiduity, and he'll do it with or without Ridge's help. Still, Eric has also managed to bring RG into the company as well. The bold and the beautiful Eric Forrester confides in Brooke Logan. Eric is having a great deal of difficulties recently that No Bone is apprehensive of, but RJ. Still, it seems that Eric will open up to Brooke and may indeed explain his issues with his hands. Eric may know a lot further than he's telling RJ and just need the woman who's one of his stylish musketeers to talk to. Will Eric tell Brooke everything that's going on? Maybe Eric wants to make some romantic offer or indeed marry Donna Logan. Whatever the case, Eric is bound to make sure that Brooke relays the communication that he's not giving up on his new line. Could Eric indeed tell Brooke that RG is working with him and swear her to secretiveness?